10/13/2011 time, 2:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Market is closed. I've got an hourly chart on the S&P. The S&P will have to get above this area right here. It has to close above 1228. And here, let me zero in, because we're going to gap up tomorrow. We're going to run up here tomorrow, and we're going to test this area right here, 1228, right across here. When we can, as I have said, our price target from the 1075 to the upper short-term handle is going to be way up here between 1242 will be the first stop. But here's the thing. The bull can get really bullish when you're closing above 1228 and holding support on the S&P. That is going to be the main area right here of where the S&P will run up and challenge resistances tomorrow. Now, when I take a look at this part of the chart only right here, you can see up here where my trend lines are is that we could go up to the 1242, run up to 1248, and this is going to be the major area on 8-4 when we were shorting that 1260 down. We went up. This is going to be the ultimate upper end of the resistance for the bull right now. So what we are saying in the morning opening bell, and once again, it's about predicting this before the fact and before tomorrow comes around, is that we are going to gap up here in the S&P. The S&P closed at 1203. It hit 1220 and sold off, and we sold it short down, but then we got long as well. But remember, 1075 on the S&P was the play for the year-end rally. We have all the live videos to confirm it. And that we hit a major area, and it gets really constructive above 1228, and a consolidation will get us to the 1260 area. Tomorrow morning you will see a gap up in the S&P that closed at 1203, down 3.5 handles within this 8-day bull rally. As far as that goes, you would want to be selling the call options in the S&P on the opening gap until you can get a closing bar above 1228 on the S&P 500. You're going to do that to get to the 1242 and right up in the 1248, up in these trend lines right here that were part of the whole mess when things went down. And we had to short it down. And you can see here that I'm not joking. The S&P, this is going to be the major area where that last sell-off was, and we're going to try to get in this area. And it is possible that in the short term, with good bank, bad bank, and everything in Europe, and there's any solutions, we could get as high as right up to 1290 right here, depending on what the rest of the earnings season is going to deliver. Google just delivered a blowout number. That's going to bode well for the S&P. However, there is no visibility in year 2012. And that they had their head caved in on the S&P. We shorted it all the way down here. And this is where we said in our training with our MMTs, this was going to be the buy for the year-end rally. And it is living up to it long. Yeah, it was a great short down. But guess what? It was a great short over here on 919. And we did all these trades. But now it was to the upside volatility. And we've gone through every one of them. And I'm just letting people know, until you close above 1228, a closing bar above 1228 gets us to the 1250 area, and that's where the bull will get real bullish.